Unit 4, Lesson 1, Activity 1. Listen and read.
Hi, Rob. What's the matter?
Oh, Vanessa, I've just read the story about the burglary. I'm so sorry. It was me. I took the CD.
You? I don't understand.
I can explain. Listen, you remember yesterday morning we were talking about Dana's CD?
Yes, I remember. And you wanted to play it on your MNX radio programme, and I said OK.
Yes, that's it. And I forgot to collect it from you. Well, my programme was last night and I realised I didn't have it.
So you stole it?
Well, no. Yes, I came to find you, but there was no one here.
Yes, we were all at Dave's concert.
You told me. I've just remembered. But it was urgent, so I went to reception. I know the receptionist, and I explained the problem. She offered to let me into your room. She came with me. I wanted her to be a witness.
Go on.
So we went to your room and the CD was lying on your bed. And when I was leaving, I saw some money on the floor, in the corridor outside your room, £50. I picked it up to keep it safe.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know where you were, but I left you a note at reception.
The receptionist wasn't there when I got back. I never got the note.
I'm really sorry, Vanessa. I do apologise. Here's the CD and your money.
OK, Rob. I forgive you. Just this once.
Unit 4, Lesson 1, Activity 2. Listen.
Edinburgh Police Station, Sergeant McRae speaking. Can I help you?
Yes, this is Vanessa Croft speaking. Do you remember me? Someone burgled my room last night.
Yes, Miss Croft, I know all about it.
Well, I know who did it.
You do? Do you want us to arrest him?
No, I've just seen him. He's just told me all about it. It was all a big mistake.
A mistake? I see.
Yes, a mistake. He wanted to borrow the CD. He wanted to play it on his radio programme.
So he stole it?
No, he borrowed it. I knew he wanted it, and I forgot to give it to him.
And what about the £50?
He found it outside my room. I think it fell out of my pocket when I was going out. So he picked it up to keep it safe. He's given it back to me, and the CD.
I see. So you don't want us to do anything?
No, please don't. I'm so sorry, Sergeant. I do apologise for wasting your time.
That's all right, Miss Croft. Thank you for letting us know.
Unit 4, Lesson 1, Activity 3. Pronunciation.
I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. I do apologise. I do apologise for being late. I do apologise for wasting your time.
Unit 4, Lesson 1, Activity 4. Grammar. The present perfect with just.
I've just read about the burglary. I've just remembered. I've just had lunch. He's just come in. They've just gone out.
Questions.
Have you just been shopping? Has she just gone to bed? Have they just had an argument?
Unit 4, Lesson 2, Activity 1. Listen and read.
So, Danny, I've got some good news. I've just had a phone call from someone at Records UK about your CD.
Oh, what did she say?
She didn't say anything really, but she likes your music. She's going to talk to her colleagues in the record company.
That's great.
Keep your fingers crossed. We might hear something when we get back from the Highlands. You are coming, aren't you?
Sure. Hey, Rob, what's this Loch Ness monster? This Nessie that everyone's talking about? I've never heard about it. Is there really a monster?
Well, there could be. Some people say there is, but I don't know. You see, it's the largest and deepest lake in Britain. The water's dark brown, and it's impossible to see anything deep in the lake. But people say there's something down there.
What could it be? Could it be a big fish?
Unit 4, Lesson 2, Activity 2. Listen.
Probably not. It could be a prehistoric animal, or a family of animals that have lived there for thousands of years. But a lot of people think it might be a fake.
A fake? Why?
People say Nessie was invented by the Scottish Tourist Board
Why?
to attract tourists to Scotland.
That's a disappointment. But maybe it is there, and maybe we'll see it.
Maybe.
Unit 4, Lesson 2, Activity 4. Listen.
Well, in Canada, we have a monster called Bigfoot, and my grandfather, Fred, actually saw Bigfoot. It was one evening in 1935, and my grandfather was 15 years old. He was walking home through the forest when he heard something behind him. Something was following him. He couldn't see anything, so he hid behind a tree and waited. Suddenly, a very large thing appeared. It was walking on its back legs, and it was about 2 meters tall. It looked like a man, but it wasn't wearing any clothes, and it was covered with dark hair. My grandfather screamed, and the monster ran away. It's true. My grandfather told me.
Unit 4, Lesson 2, Activity 5. Pronunciation. 1.
I might see you this evening.
2.
I might see you this evening.
Unit 4, Lesson 3, Activity 2. Listen and speak.
Here's a superstition from Ireland. If 2 people look in a mirror at the same time, they'll have an argument.
This is something I heard when I was in Brazil last year. If someone leaves their bag on the floor, they'll lose all their money.
Here's a good old Scottish superstition, although I think other countries have it as well. If you eat an apple a day, you won't be ill.
I don't know if this is true, but it's something I heard in Spain. If someone has money on New Year's Day, they'll have money all year.
Unit 4, Lesson 3, Activity 3. Grammar. First conditional.
If you open an umbrella indoors, you will have bad luck. If you put your hat on a bed, it will bring bad luck. If you eat an apple a day, you won't be ill.
Unit 4, Lesson 3, Activity 5. Pronunciation.
Bad. Cap. Cat. Sank. Drank. Luck. Cup. Sunk. Drunk.
1,
Cap.
2,
Cut.
3,
Sunk.
4.
Drank.
Unit 4, Lesson 4, Activity 3. Listening.
The next day, Utterson saw Hyde again at the back door of Dr. Jekyll's house. "Mr. Hyde," Utterson said, "I am a friend of Dr. Henry Jekyll. He told me about you." "He never told you anything. You're lying." And Hyde opened the door quickly and disappeared into the house. Utterson didn't understand. He walked round the house and knocked at the front door. An old servant opened the door, and Utterson asked to see Dr. Jekyll. "I'm sorry, sir. Dr. Jekyll is out." "I've just seen Mr. Hyde. He went into the laboratory by the back door." "Yes, sir. Mr. Hyde has a key. He works in the laboratory. We don't often see him." Utterson walked home. Now he was very worried. A year later, a famous doctor was murdered, and the police said the murderer was Edward Hyde. Utterson went to see Dr. Jekyll. "Have you heard?" Utterson asked. "Your friend Edward Hyde is a murderer. He's killed a famous doctor." Dr. Jekyll looked very ill. "Yes," he said, "it's terrible news." "Where is Hyde?" Utterson asked. "I don't know, but I'm sure he's gone away. He sent me this letter." Utterson looked at Hyde's letter. He felt cold. The handwriting was very like Dr. Jekyll's. A few months later, Utterson passed Dr. Jekyll's house and saw him at the window. "Jekyll, how are you?" Utterson asked. "I'm very ill and tired." "You need some fresh air and exercise," said Utterson. "Come for a walk." "I'd like to come, but it's impossible. I can't leave the house," answered Jekyll with a smile. But suddenly he stopped smiling and closed the window. In that moment, Utterson saw a different face at the window. It wasn't the face of Dr. Jekyll.
Unit 4, Lesson 4, Activity 4. Listening.
A few days later, Dr. Jekyll's servant visited Utterson. "What's the matter?" asked Utterson. "Is Dr. Jekyll ill?" "Something is wrong. He's in his laboratory. He has been there for 3 days. I'm worried because he won't speak and he won't open the door. Please come at once." They walked quickly to Dr. Jekyll's house, and Utterson went to the door of the laboratory. "Jekyll, open this door immediately," he shouted. "Utterson, please go away. Leave me alone." "That's not Dr. Jekyll's voice. That's Mr. Hyde," shouted Utterson. "We must break down the door." When they ran into the room, they saw a dead man on the floor. It was Edward Hyde. There was a bottle in his hand. The label on the bottle said, "Poison." "Get the police," said Utterson. "I think that Mr. Hyde has also killed Dr. Jekyll." Then Utterson saw a letter which was lying on the desk.
Unit 4, Lesson 4, Activity 5. Listening.
On the envelope it said, "For Mr. John Utterson, from Dr. Henry Jekyll." Utterson read the letter. "There is good and bad in all of us. I made a special drug because I wanted to be completely good. But I also made another man. His name is Edward Hyde, who is completely bad. He is the other half of me, the very bad part of me, and now he controls me. There is only one answer. I'll take poison. If I kill myself, I will also kill Edward Hyde."
Unit 4, Lesson 4, Activity 7. Real English.
I've got some good news.
That's great!
Just this once.
See you tomorrow.
Maybe.
Unit 4, Review. Poem. The Mystery.
What were you doing when the lights went out? I was reading in my room, and then I heard a shout. So I took out my torch, and I was looking all around, and that's when I saw a key lying on the ground. And what did you do when you saw the key? I picked it up, and I was taking it into my room with me, when all of a sudden I heard another shout, which really was quite strange, as there was nobody about. So what did you do next? Did you look everywhere? Yes, I did. In the hall, in the kitchen, and on the stair. But I was going to my room when I got quite a shock. The door was closed, and the key that I was holding fitted the lock. So, did you dare to turn the key and open your door? Yes, I did. But I cannot tell you what I saw.